Here is Kristi now with a look at the weather, and we've already seen the result of some of that heavy rain on the island, Kristi.
Yeah, after what was close to 2 weeks of dry weather across the south coast, Chris, that region has received more than 140 millimeters of rain in the last 3 days. And at one point last night, the rainfall rate was up to about 6 millimeters per hour. So very intense. Thankfully, conditions eased off later on in the day, and we'll continue to see that trend through the overnight, although we still have a few showers for Metro Vancouver. But tomorrow morning, we're going to see more rainfall shift onshore. We've got a couple of systems on deck. So by the morning hours, that region will see rainfall once again. It will be intense at times. For Metro Vancouver, we will see a little bit of a lull in the action tomorrow afternoon. So a little bit of rain in the morning, but drier in the afternoon. But you can see that the rainfall continues across parts of Vancouver Island, even through the latter part of the day. And then it's even into Sunday that we're going to continue to see waves of rainfall. So we're certainly not done with the wet weather across that region. Thankfully, less rainfall is expected on the inner coast. We're talking about 20 to maybe 30 millimeters of rain, far more expected on the outer coast, up to 100 expected there. And for Metro Vancouver through the weekend, we're talking about 30 to maybe 40 millimeters of rain. Far northeast, we'll see beautiful sunshine, but we will get rainfall right up into the north coast region tomorrow. Lighter rain anticipated through the interior regions, and it will be mainly through the morning hours before conditions dry out later in the day. It will be mild as well, the flow, so we're certainly not looking at rainfall, or pardon me, snowfall for the local mountains, unfortunately. 10, 11 degrees expected over the next several days, but it does look like some bright spots towards sort of the middle of next week, Chris, and so we're hoping for that, certainly. Back to you.
Okay, look forward to that. Thanks very much, Kristi. Winter camping right now would be a bit of a struggle. Let's check in with Kristi for more on the rain that really rolled across Vancouver Island today, Kristi.
So after, close to 2 weeks of dry weather, the last 3 days, parts of Vancouver Island have seen more than 140 millimeters of rain, even more on the west coast. And last night, the rainfall rates in the inland sections were about 6 millimeters an hour. So that's really intense rainfall. Thankfully, things have eased off now, a break from the rainfall right now. Still a few showers possible across Metro Vancouver this evening, but we are going to see the rainfall redevelop overnight. And that includes Vancouver Island and Metro Vancouver, with the heaviest amounts likely across Vancouver Island. As we head towards the afternoon hours, Metro Vancouver and southern Vancouver Island will be a little bit drier, but you can still see that the focus of that rainfall will be in those hardest hit regions. So we'll be watching that area very closely. And then even as we head towards our Sunday, then we'll see more rain across Metro Vancouver. It becomes much more spotty, but we are still going to get pulses of moisture across the region. Hardest hit will be the outer coast of Vancouver Island with up to 70 millimeters. Far less in the inner coast, thankfully, but Metro Vancouver could see anywhere from sort of 30 to 50 millimeters of rain through the weekend. Thankfully, there will be a dry patch for Metro Vancouver in the afternoon. Some sunshine across the far north, and a few showers are expected in through the interior. Very warm for the interior for this time of year. Merritt at 9 degrees, and double digits across Vancouver Island, 14 in Tofino, 10, 11 degrees in Metro Vancouver. Again, thankfully, a little bit drier tomorrow afternoon, but we're back into periods of rain on Sunday, but it becomes spotty rainfall on Sunday, and it does look like we could see a little bit of a break towards middle of the week, but that's still a few days away, so keeping our fingers crossed that that's the case. All right, tonight's Cloverfield paint weather window is coming to you from Prince George, and this is from a few days ago when we had that cold, sunny weather, but we didn't get a chance to show this. This is hoarfrost. We showed a lot of rime frost, which was caused in fog, but this is actually created when you have clear skies. So thanks to Carolyn for that. Back to you.
Still a beautiful picture, even a couple days later. Thanks, Kristi. O'Hara's role spanned genres and generations until her sudden passing this week at the age of 71. Heidi Petracek has more on O'Hara's life and legacy.
To call her the Canadian Queen of Comedy would be an understatement. The character of Lola Heatherton, just one of many created by Catherine O'Hara.
Everyone's in the mood for giving, and I'm just the girl to give it to.
Sketch comedy is where O'Hara cut her teeth, starting in her hometown at Second City in 1976. Then came the low-budget show that would become a cult classic, SCTV.
Bring her on, ladies and gentlemen, here's Brooke.
O'Hara's willingness for downright silliness endearing. It was with SCTV where she met peers who would become lifelong friends and colleagues like John Candy and Eugene Levy. Playing oddball Delia Dietz in the 1988 Hollywood horror comedy Beetlejuice put O'Hara on a prolific path in hits like Home Alone.
Kevin! When I got out of SCTV, I just was so intent on doing something really different that I'd never done before.
Yes. Pushed him way off his gate. Came up behind. Yes.
And later, Christopher Guest's wacky mockumentary, Best in Show, which partnered her again with Eugene Levy, their comedic friendship enduring. Their next project introducing them to new audiences on the hit Canadian TV show, Schitt's Creek.
I miss having a chauffeur. I always felt safe with Armando behind the wheel.
Schitt's Creek would bring O'Hara more acclaim and awards, including her first acting Emmy and a Golden Globe. She also had dramatic acting chops, shown most recently as therapist Gail on The Last of Us.
You shot and killed my husband. You killed Eugene.
She teamed up with a fellow Canadian, Seth Rogen, for yet another hit television series, The Studio.
I like Seth. I really like Seth, so that helps. And we're Canadian.
Even though she long lived in Los Angeles, she remained fiercely and unabashedly Canadian and abhorrent of U.S. President Donald Trump's 51st state talk.
God bless Canada. God bless Canadians. The only good thing out of this is it's unifying Canadians.
Tributes now pouring in with the sudden news of her passing. There won't be another like her, writes actor-director Sarah Polley. Former child star Macaulay Culkin of Home Alone fame, adding, "Mama, I thought we had time." In a career that spanned 50 years, Catherine O'Hara's comedy is timeless. O'Hara was 71 years old.
Gone too soon. Never will be forgotten.
So talented.
That is for sure. So talented. Okay, before we sign off for the week here, let's take another look at the forecast heading into the weekend there. And the rain not in a hurry to get out of here.
No, unfortunately not. For a few more days, we'll see it, that's for sure. But the good news is it looks like tomorrow afternoon will be a bit drier if you need to get out there. But Sunday, the rain will just be, well, it will be spotty, so it'll come in waves on Sunday, but a little bit more heavy, that's for sure.
After this, we'll
Not
take
great.
spotty. You know? Spotty's not bad after the deluge we had today.
Yes, it was a little wet out there today.
It was. Thanks for filling in, Barry. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Kristi. Most of all, thanks to you folks at home. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.